Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple. Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain. Best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys are bleeding purple. Call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the freshmen, all the boys.
High school, like champions.
Yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good morning to everyone as we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke. Zach Roseman will be along here in just a moment, and we're glad that you're with us here on the K-Hawk Sports Network as we welcome you to Championship Day in the 36th Annual Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. Before the end of this day is over with, trophies will be handed out, and that includes the championship trophy as the championship game ready to take place tonight between the host Collinsville K-Hawks and the Mundelein Mustangs. Let's get you caught up on what happened back on Saturday as we had quarterfinal and semifinal day. The first semifinal of the day on the winner's side of the bracket, Mundelein down to O'Fallon in a close game 55-51 right before Belleville East lost to Lincoln by a score of 44-35. The third quarterfinal game pitted Decatur Eisenhower against Collinsville, and the K-Hawks won 65-40. Madison and Springfield Southeast hooked up next, and the defending champions handled the Madison Trojans 62-50. So that set up our semifinal games later that night. The first semifinal was a close one, went to overtime before Mundelein pulled out a 61-50 win Lincoln had a chance to win it with no time left on the clock when Caden Froby went to the free throw line to shoot 2. He needed 1 to tie to send it to overtime. If he would have made both of them, the game would have ended there. He made 1 of the 2, and they went to overtime, and the rest is history, 61-50 in favor of Mundelein. So the Mustangs became the first team to advance to the championship game. They had to await a rematch of last year's championship game and the previous year's championship game between Collinsville and Springfield Southeast, but this time it was in the semifinal, and this time Collinsville came out on top, 73-58, exacting a little bit of revenge on the Spartans after the Spartans knocked Collinsville off of the championship podium the last 2 years. So that's where we'll be tonight. Collinsville taking on Mundelein. That game set for 7:30. Lincoln and Springfield Southeast will meet for third place. That game takes place at 6 o'clock. But before we get there, we have more hardware to hand out. We'll have the fifth place game later on at 1:30 between Belleville East and Madison. That will be right after this first game here between O'Fallon and Decatur Eisenhower. That's the battle of 7th place. And in between those two games and the third and championship game, we'll have the consolation championship game as Altoff and Quincy will face off at 3 o'clock. Now we're going to get you ready for the O'Fallon versus Decatur MacArthur game, and I'm going to welcome you into the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show here on the Kahoks Sports Network. Cullip Jennings Florist is a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. You can stop in for weekly specials. Give them a call to find out what those are all about at 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com. So the first game we have for you today is the 7th place affair. That'll be between O'Fallon and Decatur Eisenhower. O'Fallon kind of a surprise in this one, playing in the 7th place game. Thought they were going to be a little bit higher than that, but here they are at 9-3, and they will face a Decatur Eisenhower team that comes in at 6-5. Decatur Eisenhower right now averaging 47 points a game, while O'Fallon is averaging 46 in this tournament. Field goal percentage-wise, sitting in 9th place is Decatur Eisenhower. They have a .438 percentage, while O'Fallon is almost at the bottom. Belleville East is in last place in that category. O'Fallon is 15th after hitting 36% of their shots. From three-point land, Decatur Eisenhower is 14th. They've made 9 of 40. O'Fallon has just hit 2 of 29 three-point shots, and they are dead last in that category of the 16 teams here in this tournament. Free throw percentage, Decatur Eisenhower in the top 3. They are number 3, actually, hitting 71% of their free throws, while O'Fallon has dropped off in that one as well. O'Fallon, we know they've had some struggles here in this gym hitting free throws. They are 36 of 62 for 58%. As far as individuals are concerned, R.J. Walker for Decatur Eisenhower is in 4th place in points in this tournament. He has 59, and puts him right behind James Dent of Springfield Southeast, who has 64, and Giovanni Moore and Rayshawn Taylor of Madison and Collinsville, respectively, both lead this tournament right now with 73 points. So we'll have some individuals to look forward to as we get you ready for this game between O'Fallon and Decatur Eisenhower, and we'll continue next on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Cullip Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
Once again, we welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. Seventh place game getting ready to take place between Decatur Eisenhower and O'Fallon. And here are your starters for Decatur Eisenhower. Just one change in the lineup. No Samir Griffin in the starting five. Instead, we'll see Caleb Patton on the floor along with R.J. Walker, Cam Rowe, Brylan Phillips, and Karan Shelley. For O'Fallon, the same starting five they've been trotting out here in this tournament: Drew Tebby, Sean Riley II, Mason Blackmore, Caleb Burton, and Dawson Algie. And I know that, Zach, you're a little bit surprised that O'Fallon's not playing for a little bit more of a trophy other than seventh place yourself, huh?
Yeah, I mean, obviously O'Fallon came in with a very good record. I think they were 8-1 coming into this tournament, but, you know, they ran into a very good Mundelein team in the second round and kind of had what probably most Panther fans would consider a off night, if you will, in their game against Belleville East, and so here they are now.
O'Fallon will be the home team in this contest. They'll be dressed in all white, Panthers written across the fronts of their jerseys. Numbers are in their royal blue, trimmed in a little bit of gold. And the Panthers, they are dressed in all yellow, and they have Decatur on top of their number, Eisenhower underneath the number on the fronts of their jerseys, and their numbers are in black. We are underway here in quarter number one of the seventh place game. Decatur, Eisenhower, and O'Fallon. And O'Fallon has the ball first, and up with it on the wing is Burton, over onto the far side to Blakemore. Back over here to Tebby now. And Tebby back out front to Burton. Tebby been cold from the three-point shot here in this tournament. He's usually lighting it up from that range, and we'll find out here if he's on or not, and he is.
Well, there you go. That's a great sign for him to come out. And, of course, as we mentioned, not only him, but the Panthers as a whole have been ice cold from the three-point line.
2 of 29 coming into this game. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, here's R.J. Walker. Keep your eye on him. He'll put up some points here in this contest. Over to Shelley. Shelley couldn't handle the ball, and it's the first turnover of the game, and it belongs to Eisenhower. And here's Tebby again. This one skips across the rim. Remember in the last game that we did between them and Belleville East, Tebby hit the first three-pointer that he tried and then didn't hit another one for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so, I mean, let's hope that this game does not become a repeat, or at least he's hoping so.
Oh, nice pass to Algie there from Riley, but Algie couldn't finish, so it stays 3-0, and Eisenhower trying to find the scoreboard for the first time. Walker over to Rowe, back over this way now for Phillips, and Phillips into the paint, off the glass, count it for 2.
Yeah, if you can, for Eisenhower, I think, RJ Walker is a good player, but I think how this team does will be determined on how sort of those second and third option guys, how Phillips and Shelley especially do here today.
Into the corner it goes to Blakemore. Back outside Tebby with another three-point shot. That one misses as well, so he's 1 for 3 from beyond the three-point stripe. Tebby is here to start this first quarter off, and we have our first whistle.
Well, sort of the mentality, I think. It seems like Tebby's going to come out and try and shoot himself out of the slump, and we've seen, or at least from looking at his stats, we know that he's capable of doing so.
Well, Fallon, 36 of 62 from free throw line, and here is Algie making sure that they get at least one more of those in there, 4-2, as we have about 2 minutes gone here in this first quarter. Algie hits the next one. Algie went 1 of 4 in that win over Belleville East, or the loss to Belleville East, excuse me. And down at the other end, a Shelley keeper. He almost got that one ripped out of his hands, and a spot-up shot. That's good to go for Brylan Phillips. 1-point game. O'Fallon, all of O'Fallon games have been very close. They beat Altough 54-50. They lost to Mundelein 55-51. And then they lost to Belleville East 37-33. So all of them have been very, very close.
All of them decided by 4 points.
Here is Tebby. Outside to the top of the key for Burton. Inside Riley, offset of the free throw line, takes a shot, can't get it to go, and the rebound belongs to R.J. Walker. Walker works the ball up into the paint, kicks it back out into the corner, and with it now is Phillips. And a foul coming up. Nope, out of bounds.
Looks like Tebby touched it before it went out of bounds. But
Yeah.
All right.
Here's Burton bringing the ball up with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to play here in this opening quarter of the 7th place game. 5-4. O'Fallon has the 1-point lead and the ball. Tebby gets it out over to Burton. Now Tebby back over here in the corner to Blakemore. Blakemore dribbling and stops at the left wing and throws it over to the right wing for Burton. And immediately a touch pass over to Algie, and then Algie streaks along and gives it to Burton. He couldn't finish, and Tebby ends up with the long rebound out to Riley. Over here to Burton. Burton drives baseline, slingshot pass, and Tebby with another 3. That one he hits. 2 for 4 from beyond the 3-point stripe for Drew Tebby thus far.
I believe he's doubled his number of
He
three-pointers made here in first 3.5 minutes.
And a whistle. We're going to have a foul. This one's going to go against O'Fallon, and it's going to go against Drew Tebby. 8-4 in favor of O'Fallon. 4:24 left here in this first quarter.
Samir Griffin in for the Panthers. Well, Eisenhower.
Griffin comes in, takes the place of Caleb Patton, who got the start instead of Griffin. And here are the Panthers. Phillips out to Rowe. Cam Rowe, he can ignite this team as well, and right now the Panthers can't seem to do anything right. This one's going to stay with them, though. They're having a hard time getting things set up in the offensive zone.
Yeah, O'Fallon kind of, O'Fallon doesn't look like they're pressuring the ball too hard, but whatever they're doing, it seems like it's giving Eisenhower a little bit of trouble.
Over to Phillips, outside to Griffin, and back this way now for Brylan Phillips. Phillips, a kind of a sidearm pass, trying to get it around a defender, and that backfired again. The ball goes out of bounds, and a couple of turnovers into this first quarter. Eisenhower finds themselves only trailing by 4, which I think it could be a little bit worse. Halfway through quarter number 1, O'Fallon Panthers bring the ball back up. Over in front of the Eisenhower bench it goes, and then to Algie, back over to Blakemore. Blakemore lost the handle, and last touched by Riley, so there's a turnover for O'Fallon.
And, sort of a little bit of a sloppy sequence here as of late. You see, kind of turnover for turnover here.
Here is Cam Rowe with the swash of blonde hair in his headdress, and that ball misses, and a rebound belongs to Eisenhower. Here is Burton over to Tebby. Tebby just outside the lane for Algie, back out front for Burton. Now over in front of the Eisenhower bench. Blakemore, Riley, Tebby, another three-point try. That one misses. And it's tipped all the way back out, and Shelley will take over. Over to Walker, and the give and go pays off for 2 points between Shelley and Walker. Blakemore back to Burton. Back to Blakemore, up to Riley. Riley just outside the lane, posts up and hits 1 for 2. 10-6, 4-point lead back intact for the O'Fallon Panthers. Here is Rowe. Out front to Phillips. Back over this way now for R.J. Walker. Karan Shelley, he's the one with the shock of red for the hairdo.
Let's see.
Into the corner it goes to Walker.
See some subs getting ready to come in for O'Fallon.
And we're going to have a timeout. Is that what he called? No.
No, ball out of bounds.
Ball out of bounds. Amari Wills and Chris Porter come in for Tebby and Blakemore. O'Fallon substitutions. Here's Cam Rowe bringing the ball out of the backcourt. Posted up on the left wing and no room there, so a pass all the way into the corner and a three-point shot that was nothing but air. Falls right down into the hands of Wills, but there's a nice pickoff play there by Phillips, and he'll turn that into 2 points.
Yeah, he's had, seems like he's been sort of the second option there for Eisenhower, but he's had a very good start so far. He's got like 6 of Eisenhower's 8 points.
Porter over to Burton. 2 minutes to go here in this first. 10-8, O'Fallon with a 2-point lead. Here is Burton at the free throw line. Puts it over here in this left corner for Porter. Back to Burton. Burton thought about the three. Porter will. Too strong. Rebound, put back up, and Wills couldn't get it to go in. It went all the way around, but Riley will clean that mess up and give his team back that 4-point lead. 1:40 left to play here in this first quarter. Here's Phillips outside to Walker. Walker behind the back dribble into the corner for Shelley. He'll drive baseline, take the shot. That's nothing but air again, but there is Walker to clean it up, and it's a 2-point game once again. Here is Porter for O'Fallon. Out to Burton. And now into Riley, back to Burton, top of the key for 3. Yes. Well, O'Fallon's already doubled their 3-point shots made here in one game, as they have only made 2 coming into this game in the tournament. Now they've got 4.
Yeah, and I think that's sort of been, maybe you can blame that for the struggles that Panthers have had in some of their games, especially against Belleville East.
Baseline, and trying to throw it off of a body was Brylan Phillips, but he already had a foot out of bounds by the time he threw it in, and he missed the player he was trying to hit with the ball anyway.
Let's see, Jalen Watson in for O'Fallon and Molly Carson in for Eisenhower.
Here comes Burton. Under a minute to go here in this first quarter. Back over here for Riley, just inside the perimeter. Now back out for Porter, top of the key for Burton. Back to Riley. He'll post up from there, and that one circles all the way around. And now a fight for the ball, and that's going to be a jump ball. Boy, those two clamped on, didn't they?
Yeah, I think, you know.
That was like a vice grip clamp on there by both of them. Inbound pass comes in. Rowe back to Walker. Walker almost lost the ball off his shoe. And now Eisenhower brings it up with a half a minute to go here in the first. Over to Phillips. Back over this way now for Carson. Well, there was a save by Burton, but saved it to Eisenhower, and that helps them. But then a foul coming up. This one is going to go against Wills. 15-10 is the score. O'Fallon has the lead. 15.9 seconds is how much time we have left here in this first quarter. Rowe inbounds, does so to Griffin. Griffin kicks it outside for Phillips. Phillips over on the left wing, brings it around to the top of the key. Pass over in the corner, 3-point shot. That misses the mark, and the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. They have 5 seconds. Here comes Burton. Burton at the top of the key, lets it go, can't fall, and there's the buzzer. Into 1 quarter of play, O'Fallon 15, Eisenhower 10, We are back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
We welcome you back into the broadcast balcony here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd, I'm like, what is that? Chocolate milk. By Prairie Farms. Prairie Farms chocolate milk's the best chocolate milk, by the way.
Indeed.
We're not just saying that because they're sponsoring this tournament. They have the best chocolate milk I've had.
Yeah, as far as I know, they're the best I've had either. Didn't really think of any other chocolate milk that I've had.
Dean's isn't bad, but I prefer Prairie Farms. Here's Tebby with another three, and he hits it. Well, that bodes well for O'Fallon if they can start getting Drew Tebby hot from the three-point stripe.
Yeah, finally sort of been a lid on the rim all tournament long for O'Fallon, and now it seems like they finally managed to break the seal.
Over to Walker, and whistle. What happened?
Foul.
Drew Tebby, that was away from the play.
Yeah.
He was over there in the paint.
I didn't really see anything.
No, I was watching the ball carrier over here on the sideline, and that happened away from where my attention span was. Here is Cam Rowe. Bounce pass over to Phillips. Phillips over to Walker. Walker in front of the O'Fallon bench. Underhand pass into Phillips. Trying to back his way in, and he's got Tebby and Riley to get around. He splits both of them and hits for two.
Yeah, and, nice effort going up against, Phillips is only about 6'2", 6'3", and going up against Riley, who's, 6'7". Good effort from him.
There is Riley at the free throw line. He'll drive. He'll take the glass. Well, he didn't even bother to touch the glass, did he? Didn't need to have help from the bank. 20-12. O'Fallon has the lead. 6:45 to go here in quarter number 2. There's Cam Rowe with a big three-pointer from the corner. And now Blakemore up to Tebby. Tebby zigzags his way through the left wing perimeter, and that ball is out of bounds. Last touch by Blakemore, so Eisenhower will get the ball back.
We have an update from the auxiliary gym towards the end of the first quarter, and it is 12-11 in favor of Decatur MacArthur as they're playing Oakville for 15th place.
15th place. And the auxiliary gym. I can't drink when I'm on the air, dude. Come on. Out here we go. This is Carson to Walker. Walker all the way back out to the K-Hawk logo at midcourt. 6:10 left to play here in this first half. Here is Rowe right at the end of the O'Fallon bench, and he'll take it to the middle of the bench. Bounce pass into Phillips, but Phillips couldn't handle it. Goes out of bounds. Another turnover for Eisenhower, and O'Fallon with a chance to build on their 5-point lead. That was the lead they had at the end of one quarter. And right now it remains after both teams have hit a couple of three-pointers. Here is Burton for O'Fallon. Burton being watched by Phillips as he comes up the sideline here and hands off to Blakemore. Over to Tebby. Tebby in front of the scorer's bench. And, whoa, get that, swat that out of here. That's a nice play by the defense for Decatur Eisenhower, and a give and go from Rowe to Walker didn't work out so well. And a loose ball, and now picked up by Walker, but he had a foot out of bounds.
See Riley re-enter.
Riley will come in for Jalen Watson. Watson didn't stay out there for very long. Inbound pass comes in to Blakemore in the backcourt. He'll head over in front of the scorer's table. Blakemore. Top of the key. Enters. Couldn't finish. Rebound belongs to Decatur Eisenhower. Here is Rowe in the corner for Phillips for three, and he hits it. All of a sudden, it's a 2-point game. 5:10 left to play here in this first half.
Phillips with 11 points already for Eisenhower. He's having a very good start to this game.
And Burton gives to Riley. Riley getting left out of the paint by Rowe. Rowe almost knocked the ball out of Riley's hands, and Riley still managed to get that ball up there and in. Here's Phillips. Bounce pass at the free throw line for Caleb Patton. Back over to Walker now. Walker. Nice feed. Patton finishes for two.
Well, yeah, that's his first bucket of the tournament.
I believe it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he was maybe injured or sick or something, because I don't think he's played it all for Eisenhower until when we started this game.
Algie gets the ball to Riley at the free throw line. Was thinking about passing to Burton as Burton was coming down the baseline, but that ball got taken away out of midair, and here is Phillips. Thought he was going to try the three from there. Thought better of it. Slings it over to Rowe. Rowe. Back out to Walker. Halfway through quarter number 2. 2-point game, 22-20 in favor of O'Fallon. Here's Rowe. He goes up and takes a acrobatic shot. Can't get it to fall, but he may be going to the line for 2, and he will be. Not a lot of fouls so far in this game. O'Fallon has 3, and Eisenhower has 1. Tebby has 3 of his team's 4 fouls now. There is Cam Rowe. Cam Rowe, believe it or not, did not go to the free throw line in that game against Madison.
We will see Porter come in to replace Tebby. It's 3 fouls, kind of a rough way to.
That's an outlier here in this game right now. Not a lot of fouling going on for one kid to have 3 of the 5 that are up there. That's kind of, like I said, an outlier.
Yeah, you see, Tebby finally gets out to a good start from the 3-point line, and now he's in foul trouble.
1-point game now. O'Fallon has the 1-point lead, and here is Blakemore. Over to Riley in the right corner. Out to Blakemore. Over this way for Burton. Burton with a one-arm pass to Riley. Riley at the top of the key with a one-arm pass to Algie. Algie collects it in the corner before it goes out. Back over to Burton on the left wing. Porter, top of the key. Back to Burton.
See the Eisenhower fans here in attendance trying to rally their team, if you will, making their presence felt.
Here's Blakemore. Free throw, no-look pass to Algie. Algie just barely got it, gives to Porter. Porter thought about the 3-point shot, took it back. Now Riley with it, as O'Fallon has kept the ball for a while on this possession. Shot no good, but the foul will send Burton to the free throw line. No? Yeah, they are, okay. One-point lead for O'Fallon with 3 minutes and 1 second left on the clock here in the first half, and a miss by Burton. He walked all the way up and looked at the basket like it was the basket's fault.
Yeah, so.
Like, what are you doing, man?
Sort of the free throw woes here in Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium sort of been giving O'Fallon trouble all tournament.
Not only all tournament, but earlier in the year when we had the Kahawk home opener against this O'Fallon team. Missed on both, and the rebound belongs to O'Fallon, but the loose ball is picked up by Walker for Decatur Eisenhower. He shoves it over in the corner for Phillips. Phillips was going to think about that 3, but boy, he got closed up on quickly over there by Burton and Porter. Outside it goes, and a little fake move. Back out, and Patton couldn't get it to hit. Phillips with the rebound. He'll drive and take it back off the glass. Still can't get it to fall in, and now the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
2:30 left.
Yeah, kind of good effort. Good effort from Eisenhower here, showing as Amari Wills will re-enter for the Panthers, but showing good fight so far. It's probably a favored O'Fallon team coming into this game.
Wills come in for Riley. Here is Rowe right off the inbound. It skips across the rim, and the rebound belongs to Walker, and Walker drives baseline, no room, kicks it outside. Phillips gets a loose ball at the top of the key. Phillips, free throw line, backing his way into the paint, and he travels. He got cut off by Algie, and when he bounced off of Algie, he kept the feet moving but didn't keep the ball bouncing.
Mm-hmm. See, sort of Coach Muni's, over the course of that possession, telling his players to box out, sort of offensive rebounding kind of being or giving up offensive rebounds kind of being an issue for both teams here so far.
Here's Burton to Algie. Algie back to Blakemore. Blakemore drives, and he travels as well. Back-to-back travels, one by each team. Will switch possessions. 1:56 to play here in this first half, 22-21. O'Fallon with the lead. Involved in another close game, the Panthers are.
Indeed. Seems to be a trend and not necessarily a bad thing for us as,
they came into this tournament only having one loss, and that was to Collinsville, and that was a 3-point shot at the buzzer that won it for the Kahoks.
Mm-hmm. So
they're used to being in close games, that's for sure, and if they're not used to it, they will be by the time this tournament's over.
Mm-hmm. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I
No.
mean, obviously they would have liked to have won some more of them, but
Right, that gets you battle tested as you head into the thickness of the conference schedule.
Still got another round of conference schedule, and then of course you've got, not sure where O'Fallon are going or if they are going to a midwinter tournament, but I'm sure that will help if they do that.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul against Patton there. He kind of went for a reach in and ended up hitting Burton in the chops. Patton's second, only the third team foul for Eisenhower. Very clean played game by both teams thus far. Here is Porter. Porter, no room, kicks it outside to Wills. Blakemore, Burton, top of the key. Porter loses control of the ball. Walker takes control of the ball, dumps it off to Phillips, off the glass, can't get it to fall. Rebound. Phillips tries to go back up with it, had it knocked out of his hands, and O'Fallon saves it from going out of bounds. And here comes Burton up the court with 50 seconds left in this first half. To Algie, back to Burton, over to Blakemore, into the corner for Wills. Wills dribbles out of the corner, puts up a shot from about 4 feet out. It won't fall in, but we have a whistle on the play. And Wills will head to the free throw line. This is going to go against Walker. So each team now with 4 fouls, but we only have 39 seconds left in this half. So it looks as if neither team's going to even make it to 5 fouls before halftime. Here is Wills at the free throw line, and he'll hit one. Wills went 2 for 3 in that loss to Belleville East.
See Riley re-enter for O'Fallon and Shelley re-enter for Eisenhower.
At the free throw line, Wills. One more shot coming for him. Good. Here is Cam Rowe. 35 seconds left, and the Panthers will play for the last shot. Down by 3. The team from Eisenhower High School in Decatur. Over to Walker. Walker getting pressured by Blakemore. Puts a spin move on Blakemore. Almost got around him, but with 10 seconds left, Eisenhower just chewing up some time and going for that last shot. Here is Rowe. Bounce pass into Phillips off the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound for O'Fallon all the way up to Burton, and he gets it in at the buzzer. Caleb Burton gives his team a 5-point lead at the end of the first half. Same kind of lead that they had at the end of 1 quarter of play. And that is going to take us into halftime. We'll take a break and come back and look at some first half stats here in this game, and we'll do that in just a little bit here on the Kahoks Sports Network. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahoks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahoks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking in the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo's O'Fallon branch office for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon. Call Bill at 618-632-1010. Visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online at fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design. Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Zach Roseman with you. We are at halftime of this 7th place game, our first game of the day here for you on the Kahoks Sports Network. And at halftime, O'Fallon leads Decatur Eisenhower by a score of 26-21. Leading scorer in this one is Brylan Phillips. He has 11 points for Decatur Eisenhower. R.J. Walker and Cam Rowe both have 4 apiece for the Panthers, and Caleb Patton has 2. Leading scorer for O'Fallon is Drew Tebby with 9, all of those coming off of 3-point shots. Sean Riley has 8 points, 5 points for Caleb Burton, and 2 apiece for Dawson Algie and Amari Wills. From that 3-point stripe, Decatur Eisenhower has hit 2 of 6 tries, while O'Fallon has hit 4 of 9, 3 of those coming from Drew Tebby alone. He has as many three-pointers as he does fouls. From the free throw line, not a lot of action going on there for Eisenhower. They've hit 1 of 2, while O'Fallon has hit 4 of 6. Rebound battle is just as close as the game is. O'Fallon out-rebounding Eisenhower 13-12. Turnovers are dead even at 8 apiece, and the turnover points, Eisenhower has 3 points off of those turnovers, while O'Fallon has 5, and you flip-flop the second chance breaks and the fast break points. Eisenhower has 2 points off of second chance, but they have 7 points off of fast breaks. O'Fallon, you flip-flop those. They have 7 second chance points and just 2 points off of fast breaks. And we've had no really change in the lead. O'Fallon has led this game throughout, and no ties other than the fact that it was tied 0-0 to start off with. So looking at the stats there, Zach, the game, everything looks just as even as the score does.
Yeah, but real quick, an update from the auxiliary gym with 1:46 to go in the second period. It is 34-22 in favor of Decatur MacArthur.
All right, we are all updated on that and stats as well. We'll take a break, come back. Third quarter action will be coming your way in a moment on the Kahoks Sports Network. Something old can be something new again. The Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville proves that old adage right one more time. Derek and Whitney Reiser, along with brewmaster and distillery operator Torrin O'Brien, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is not just a place to eat and drink, but more of a must-experience destination in the St. Louis area. With its Collinsville Herald newspaper feel, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery features a restaurant, a tap room, and of course a state-of-the-art one-of-a-kind distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery can handle all of your group functions, as well with an event space that can handle you and 79 of your friends for any large gathering. And the food? Well, simply amazing, with local and new favorites, plus brunch on Sundays. How about bocce ball or bags on the patio? Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 855-8027. Online at oldheraldbrewing.com or on Facebook at Old Herald.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahoks Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, just underway here in quarter number 3. 26-21, O'Fallon with the lead. Decatur Eisenhower with the ball to start off with. And here is Walker at the free throw line, and he turns around, takes a shot, can't hit it. Rebound belongs to Burton for O'Fallon. O'Fallon's been involved in all close games in this tournament. This one right now a 5-point game, but O'Fallon has the lead in this one. And here is Blakemore. Blakemore on the right wing. Will take it all the way out toward midcourt. Spin for a moment, give over to Burton. Burton back to Tebby. Tebby's back into the game with his 3 fouls right in front of his bench. He'll take it to the top of the key and then give to Blakemore and then give to Burton. Burton over in the corner, back on the wing to Blakemore and then to Tebby. Tebby, top of the key, pulls up and gives back to Burton. Back to Blakemore now. Blakemore in that right-hand corner and trying underneath to find Algie, but Algie was fouled by Patton, and that prevented Algie from getting to the ball.
That'll be 3 on Patton.
Again, unbelievable that we've only had 8 fouls. That was the 9th foul in this game, and 2 of them. 2 players, 1 for each team, has 3, and that's a putback by Algie, and that's the biggest lead of the day for O'Fallon. 7-point game, as we are just under a minute gone here in quarter number 3. Here is Rowe. Rowe motions for Shelley to go from one corner to the other, and then Rowe cuts through the lane, takes the shot, can't get it to go, and there's Burton with the rebound all the way up to Blakemore. Blakemore on the right wing, back to Burton, over on the far side, Tebby. Tebby into the corner now for Riley. And a pass that went over Algie's head. Not sure if it was meant for him or not, but Burton got it and hands it off to Blackmore. Blackmore then hands it off to Tebby, who shovels a pass over into the corner. Now Algie in the paint, turnaround shot, and it rolls off the rim. Won't go in. Rebound. That one falls in for Burton. And now O'Fallon extends their lead out to 9. Into the corner goes Phillips. Phillips into the perimeter, just outside the lane, gives to Porter. Porter will take a shot from the baseline, no good. Algie's there with the rebound, throws it up to Riley, but Riley didn't see it in time, and Shelley gets the ball and then bounces it into the paint right to Burton. That's a very quick exchange of turnovers there. There's Riley. He'll come in from the left post and use a little bit of glass, and now it's an 11-point game, and Decatur Eisenhower doesn't like now this period started, so they will take a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout with them. Back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke and Zach Roseman along with you. Here is Phillips over to Walker right in front of his bench in the corner. And then into Patton off of a body, and Algie comes up with the loose ball. Gets it up to Blakemore, and Tebby with a three-point shot that won't fall. And there's Walker with the rebound for Eisenhower, and he'll take it all the way into the paint, but a foul will send Walker to the line. And that one is going to go against Chris Porter, who just came back into the game.
There. I think Porter, I don't think is...
No, that's Blakemore's number. Porter's not even on the floor.
Yeah.
I was just listening to Mr. Seiko over there as I was trying to get my scoreboard back up.
Well, it's kind of a quiet start for Walker O'Fallon. I've done a pretty good job on him. He's only got, 6 points now.
And that brings his team back to within 9. It was 11 just a moment ago. Here is Burton for O'Fallon. 3 minutes expired here in this third quarter, and here is Blakemore to Riley. Riley at the free throw line into the corner for Burton. Burton dribbles and drives across the paint, turns around, takes the shot, won't fall. Rebound, volleyed around for a while, and then two teammates battle each other for the ball as Algie and Riley tried to go up with it.
Foul on R.J. Walker. That's his third.
Third personal, second team. We only had 8 fouls in that first half. We have 3 thus far here in quarter number 3. Here's the inbound pass to Riley at the free throw line. He'll give to Algie just outside the lane. Algie backs his way into the paint, turns around, and he travels. See a few of those travels called when these players are trying to muscle their way into the lane, trying to back their way in. Sometimes their feet are still moving, but the ball is not being dribbled. Now a split double-team defense, and then Riley says, get that out of here on a Caleb Patton post-up shot. And Eisenhower gets to keep it. Inbound comes into Patton, who gives right back to Rowe. Rowe immediately takes it out to the top of the key. He's looking for some room to penetrate. He has to get around 3 O'Fallon Panthers, and one of those O'Fallon Panthers just committed a foul, and that's Tebby's 4th.
We will quickly see Amari Wills come in, presumably to replace him.
I would imagine so.
And he will.
32-23 in favor of O'Fallon. 4:26 left to play here in this third quarter. Rowe once again inbounds. This time he does so to Phillips. Phillips baseline, no room there. Retreats back out to Rowe at midcourt. Rowe loses control of the ball on the ground, and O'Fallon players. Wills was holding on to it while Algie was trying to get it from him. He's like, hey, man, let go. I got it. Here's Blakemore. Or excuse me, that was Burton. Now to Blakemore. Back over to Burton. Burton in the lane and dumps it off to Riley. Shot off the glass, good for 2.
Sean Riley with 12 points here, so
there's another
solid
steal
game from him.
Wills gets the steal and an alley-oop, and oh man, that would have been really pretty if it would have worked, because Riley, he thought he was out of position to slam home that lofty pass there, so he just two-hand volleyed it right back to Burton, and Burton tried to shoot it up there, almost made it, but he was fouled in the process. That would have been really cool if it would have worked.
Yeah, I guess in a way it sort of did, as Burton was able to draw the foul. See Griffin and Carson, I believe, coming back in for Eisenhower.
And they do. Out goes Patton.
And Ratliff, who was into the game for, I believe, the first time.
I think so. Joaquin Ratliff. Burton makes one. 3:40 left to play here in quarter number 3. 35-23. Our score. Here is Phillips, and ball handling was the key to that one. Luckily, Phillips didn't give that one away. That one was all over the place for a while.
Yeah, kind of an impressive showcase of dribbling skills there.
Yeah.
Sort of dribbled around 2 or 3 O'Fallon defenders.
Here is Algie outside the lane, takes the shot, gets it to go. Here comes Walker.
Said it before and I'll say it again. Algie is a good player, and he'll be fun to watch if you're a Panthers fan for next 2 years to come. He's only a sophomore.
There's Phillips. Kicks it into the corner. Bringing it back out. Carson. Over to Walker. Walker trying to get past some defenders. He does so. Phillips spots up for 3 and hits it. 37-28. That helps the Eisenhower cause. 2:35 left to play here in this third quarter.
See Phillips having probably his best game of the tournament, as O'Fallon have done a good job holding R.J. Walker in check. Phillips has, I think, 16 points.
Here is Wills driving, baseline, kicks it back out. In front of the free throw line, that's Burton. Back over to Wills in the corner, on the wing for Riley. And then on the other side, now Algie in the lane. Free throw line shot. Riley bounces straight up, won't go in. Rebound, fought for. Wills gets it, and then he is fouled. And a foul coming up against Mali Carson. That'll be his first. Eisenhower's 4th now.
You'll see KJ Bond come in for Eisenhower.
In the meantime, Amari Wills at the free throw line, and he'll hit the first one. Wills, his first trip, or excuse me, he was 2 for 2 in the first half from the free throw line, so he's now 3 for 3. At the free throw line, Wills. Good on both.
See
KJ Bond comes into the game for Eisenhower. And for O'Fallon, Jalen Watson comes back in. Dump off pass down below, and that is off of KJ Bond and out of bounds. So Bond, unfortunately, comes in and commits a turnover. Although all he did was be in the wrong place at the wrong time, just bounced off his leg.
See Eisenhower put on a little bit of backcourt pressure.
1:45 left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Blakemore at the top of the key for O'Fallon, and as soon as Jalen Watson enters the game, he causes a turnover. Just hit his hands, and he couldn't hold on to it. Rowe for three, yes! That's Eisenhower climbing right back into this game. Now they're only down by 8. Just a little while ago, they were down by 12.
See, Cameron Rowe, another guy that's sort of had a little bit of a quiet tournament, at least on the offensive end. Now he's here, and he's got a couple of threes here in this game.
Wills back out to midcourt to Blakemore. Blakemore to Riley. Off the glass. Good. 1 minute to go here in this third quarter. Here is Rowe all the way up to Walker. Walker on the left wing. Back over to Rowe. Rowe directs traffic and tells Walker, you go from this corner to that corner, and I'll follow you, and post up, and a miss. Up to Wills after the rebound by Riley. Wills gets a hand across the face, and I believe that one also is going to go against Carson. And it will. It'll be his second.
Looks like it will, and we will
Wills back up there where he's 4 for 4.
see the Madison Trojans. They've been here for, I think, all of this game, sitting here watching.
And Wills hitting all of his free throws.
We will see a new player who we have not seen, I believe, in this tournament, number 3.
Barnes.
Yes, a Barnes.
Wills, that's his first miss from the free throw line. Riley gets the rebound, and he'll put it back up, but it won't fall in. And off the glass, won't fall, and another participant at the free throw line coming up for the O'Fallon Panthers. Latrell Bonner. Okay.
Don't think we've heard his name called at all.
Have not.
I don't think he played when O'Fallon played Collinsville either.
Not from what I remember, but he comes in cold off of the bench and hits a free throw.
Mm-hmm. Nice left-handed shot for him there.
Next shot, that one misses, but we have a lane violation.
I believe
That was against O'Fallon.
I believe against Jalen Watson specifically, is Jaquan Ratliff will re-enter for Eisenhower.
36.8 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. 43-31. Back to a 12-point lead here for O'Fallon. Here's Walker with the ball for Eisenhower. Over to Rowe. Rowe wants some movement by his teammates. Get him in position. A little bit of four-corner setup, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Here's Rowe trying to move in. He'll back up, take the spot previously held by Walker, and then Walker will take the ball where Rowe was just at. Oh, that was a foul that somebody got away with. Walker give and go into the corner. Three-point shot, no good at the buzzer. And we will head to quarter number 4 with the O'Fallon Panthers leading the Eisenhower Panthers by a score of 43-31. And we are back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network. Did you know that over 20 scientific studies support the benefits of recovering from strenuous exercise with quality protein and nutrients found in chocolate milk? Train like an athlete and recover like a champion with Prairie Farms chocolate milk. For more information, you can visit prairiefarms.com. Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, and right off the bat we have a foul. And it's going to go against Eisenhower. Okay. Got all kinds of new players coming in here, don't we?
I think Dabner's played some in this tournament, but did not play in Eisenhower's game against Madison last night.
Aaron Dabner. And that puts Burton at the free throw line, and he will hit one.
We do have another update from the auxiliary gym with 5.5 minutes to go in the third. The lead is 9 points for MacArthur, 42-31. Second free throw up and good for Burton. And he has 10 points. Good game for him.
And now a 14-point lead for O'Fallon, their biggest lead of the afternoon. It is afternoon, isn't it? Okay. Walker over this way for Carson. And back over to Phillips. Phillips lost control of the ball, got it back, puts one up and in, and he'll go to the line for a bonus.
Just the third team foul on O'Fallon.
Yeah, they've been very well disciplined. They only had 4 in the first half. There was a total of 8 in the first half combined, and here in this half we already have 10. 7 of those belong to Eisenhower. At the free throw line, Phillips, and he'll hit his bonus shot and get his team back to within 11. Panthers, they work the ball up. Dribble drive right in front of the scorer's table, up under and in for Algie. That was a nice little run there by Burton, and the finish by Algie. In front of his own bench, it's Walker. He'll dribble and drive through the paint, and foul coming up. This one's going to go against Bonner. His first, obviously, 4th team foul. Inbound pass comes into Phillips. Phillips works his way baseline, dumps it off, and Algie's the one who is the recipient of that loose ball. Gets it up to Wills, and Wills has that ball blocked by Cam Rowe. All the way up here to Walker, and into the corner it goes. Phillips for 3. That's off the mark. I saw that one off the mark as soon as it left his hand. Oh.
I think maybe Burton might have gotten a hand on that. We will see.
Blakemore checks back in. Cam Rowe set to inbound. Final quarter of the first game of the day here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. We'll have 5 games on this floor. There's going to be 3 games played in the auxiliary gym. One of those is already underway. And here is Cam Rowe. Spin move, free throw line. Kicks it into the corner for Walker for 3. No, skips across the rim. It's Burton with the rebound.
And kind of an off day for Walker so far. Only 6 points, 3 fouls. Just a rough game for the Eisenhower guard.
Yeah, and he came in to this contest number 4 in points scored with 59. He was averaging 19.7 a game.
So well below. We have a timeout called, I believe, by Eisenhower.
And it is a full timeout, so we will step aside for just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Back here at Collinsville High School, more specifically, Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 6:16 left to play here in this 4th quarter of the 7th place game between O'Fallon and Eisenhower. Winner will finish in 7th. The loser will finish in 8th. Right now, it's a 13-point lead for O'Fallon. They led after 1 by 5. They led after the half by 5. And they have upped that to 13 after 3. Here is the Panthers in action on offense. Cam Rowe in front of his bench dumps it off underneath, and once again, picked off by O'Fallon. And now we're going to have a foul. One number 23 versus another number 23.
Didn't really look like there was any.
I know. I was wondering the same thing myself.
Maybe a little bit of a kind of stuck his hand out, maybe like touched Burton a little bit, but I didn't see anything to merit a foul. But
here is Burton back up at the free throw line. And he will miss. Front end of a 1-and-1, and that's where O'Fallon will be the rest of this game at the free throw line with every foul from here on out. And the Panthers turn the ball over. Carson comes in, has the ball swiped away from him, and that is going to be, I believe, against, nope, they're going to be Bonner.
That's not number 0.
There you go.
There we go.
That's his first. And to the free throw line is Amali Carson. His first trip to the line here in this game is successful with the first shot.
Well, the board up there has him for 3 fouls. Or no, the foul was on Burton. My bad.
Next one for Carson.
Oh,
good.
That doesn't make any sense at all. You got the foul. I don't know.
I just work here.
Uh-huh.
Well, Fallon bringing the ball up. They have the lead. Here is Algie in front of his own bench. Backs it up to Blakemore. Over to this side now. And back to Riley. Up. Algie having himself a good game. He has 10 points.
I think he's probably picked for, if I had my own ballot for the all-tournament team, he'd probably be on there.
Here's a three-point shot that is an air ball from Phillips. Well, Fallon corrals it.
Yeah, he had a very good start to the game. Had 11 points, but here in I think like the first quarter, maybe the first couple minutes of the second, but he's been pretty quiet so far, especially here in the second half.
Burton gets double-teamed and ends up putting the ball right into his own bench. That's a turnover, and Eisenhower will bring the ball back up as Shelley re-enters the game for Eisenhower. Here is, Cam Rowe. Gave Algie a little horsey back ride there.
Kind of.
I remember I used to do that to my daughter when she was little.
Kind of a head fake there is Drew Tebby, and his 4 fouls will re-enter for Bonner.
I'm sure that Bonner was in there for a prolonged period of time because of those 4 fouls to Tebby, which he got early.
Well, those first 3 especially.
There's a 3-point try by Rowe. Wow, that was way downtown. He hit nothing but net there. 10-point game once again, 49-39, 4.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Fallon Panthers bring it up. Blakemore up to Riley. Riley across the way for Burton. Burton being watched closely by Phillips. Gives to Riley. Back to Burton in front of the scorer's table. And then a foul coming up against Cam Rowe. Free throw time once again for the O'Fallon Panthers.
That'll be his second, and we will see. Well, Burton will shoot 1-1 now, but for the rest of this game, Panthers will be in the double bonus.
That they will, so it's up to them to ice this game away at the free throw line if the Eisenhower Panthers are going to keep on dishing out fouls. Nope, miss. And Burton gets his own rebound back to Tebby. Tebby from the right wing. Oh, to Algie. Algie gets mugged underneath the basket. That could be against any one of 3 different Panthers down there. Looks like it's going to go against Rowe.
It's his second foul in
a row, yeah. Third one total.
I honestly thought the foul could have been on Patton, but I'm not the referee. They're a lot closer than we are.
That's true. And O'Fallon can't hit a free throw all of a sudden.
That's
0 for 2 now between Burton and Algie, but Algie will get one more shot. Burton was the last one up there doing the 1-and-1 thing.
think that was a shooting foul anyway, but at any rate.
Algie makes one of the two. And O'Fallon has reached the magical 50-point plateau. Patton backwards to Phillips. Over to Rowe. Another three. That one skips across the rim. That wasn't very far from going in. That was close.
Yeah, it's sort of seems like Rose had a kind of maybe a little bit of a heat check. I think that was from the L in Fletcher here. And they got it
that was a long way away.
Uh-huh.
There's Riley, and a foul coming up against Patton.
No,
they're going to call it against Riley, huh?
Uh-huh.
Riley was in midair, and I guess Patton had already got himself some position, so they'll call the charging foul, and we will have a timeout. And we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Well, have you tried the Prairie Farms new snackable cottage cheese cups? Well, they are the perfect size for snacking or dipping. They are available in 7 savory flavors like garden veggie or America's only zesty fiesta flavor. Visit prairiefarms.com and enter for a chance to win a free cottage cheese cup so you can try them out. Big thank you to Prairie Farms sponsoring this tournament once again this year, 36th annual Holiday Classic Basketball Tournament here at Collinsville High School. Collinsville used to play in the Holiday Tournament in Carbondale before they decided to get their own tournament back in 1984.
Carbondale tournament still going fairly strong now. I believe the host Terriers won it this year.
Here is Patton over on the far side to Rowe. Rowe stops inside the perimeter and kicks it back out to Shelley. Shelley back to Rowe. Rowe at the free throw line. Gives it up to Walker, and then Walker loses it. Picked up by Blakemore, and Blakemore will travel up court. Eisenhower running out of time if they want to try a comeback here. It's an 11-point deficit for the Panthers, 50-39, as we have 3 minutes left to play here in this fourth quarter. Blakemore has the ball knocked out of his hands. Oh, that was a nice play. Oh, wow.
Yeah, managed to.
Yeah, slung that ball over into the area right by the Prairie Farms logo there on the floor, and it smacked Blakemore right in the shin and went out of bounds.
Yeah, good effort. Good play there from Walker.
Walker over to Rowe. Rowe, free throw line. Man, he just broke Tebby's ankles, didn't he?
Yeah.
Man, oh, man.
It's kind of impressive play, kind of quiet, and crank up the defensive intensity. I believe it will. Let's see.
Referees are going to talk about this one. Say it was off of the Eisenhower player, Phillips. Phillips was down there lobbying for the fact, and so was the head coach, Rodney Walker, down there saying, man, no, it was off of Burton's ankle. Now, too much time. They're going to get the ball back anyway, are the Panthers. Now they're going to call a foul. I'm going to call that against Blakemore, well away from the play. Blakemore was down over here in the left corner when the ball was being delivered down on the other side.
And now Coach Muni's not very happy. You see the kind of a sloppy sequence of play there from his O'Fallon Panthers.
So Phillips will indeed get to inbound as he was lobbying for a moment ago. Don't take too much time there. There you go. Gets it into Rowe. Rowe brings it from the corner all the way back out to midcourt. 2:35 left to play. Now we're going to have a foul against Riley.
That's his third?
Second.
See
Ninth team foul for O'Fallon now.
See Camro come to line for 1-1.
And hits the first one, does Rowe, who was 1 for 2 in the first half from the free throw line.
It's an 8-point game.
It is. Still time. Not a lot, but there is still time. Rowe, next one. Good. That's what you have to do, man. When you want to try to climb back into a game and you're down by that much, you need to hit those free throws, and a timeout called on the floor, so we will step aside as well. We're back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KHOKSports.com and the Kahoks Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahoks Sports Network and KHOKSports.com.
Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their third year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-855-9100 or online at sloanspubhouse.com. Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, O'Fallon with the lead and the ball, and Riley throws the ball away as he got stepped on over there by Shelley. No call, but Riley's down there holding that left foot.
Well, we have this brief stoppage in play. Another update from the Ox Gym. MacArthur up 54-36, and we're going to have a discussion as referees are going to move the side of the inbound, it looks like.
Well, that's where the ball ended up going out of bounds. So that's exactly where it probably needs to be. Inbound pass comes into Rowe in the backcourt. He'll bring it up front. 2.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. 7-point game, and Rowe takes the shot, can't get it to fall, and looks like Tebby's going to foul out.
Looks like it. Tebby not all that happy about it, but yeah.
Each team now in the double bonus. Tebby will head to the bench, and Amari Wills will come back out to the floor. Tebby is finished for this version of the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. And back to the free throw line is Cam Rowe. He's up there shooting 2.
Looks like, but he will be back next year as he's only a junior.
First one's good for Rowe. He keeps on hitting these free throws and helping his team's effort in this comeback bid.
He's got 15 points, looks like.
Yes, it is. And he'll stay at 15 for a moment. 6-point game, 2:20 left. Here comes O'Fallon. Blakemore brings the ball up court. At the K-Hawk logo, spins out of it, up onto the right wing, top of the key, and gives it up to Walker. Oh, and then Burton falls down and hits the ankle of Walker, which creates the foul. So now Walker will go to the free throw line shooting 2.
It's his third. If R.J. Walker can convert these free throws, then it'll be a 4-point game all of a sudden. Eisenhower coming back here, or at least trying to.
Walker at the free throw line in the first half. Well, he didn't go to the free throw line in the first half, but he went 5 for 8 yesterday in that game against Madison, and he misses this one. Misses do not help when you're trying to come back.
No, they do not.
Walker will have a chance to get this thing to within 5. That he does. So Fallon has the ball. They'll bring it up court. Inbound pass comes into Wills. A little bit of backcourt pressure being put on here by, well, he stopped. Going to have to get rid of it soon. Running out of time. There's Burton. He gets across the line probably just in the nick of time. Takes it to the basket, and a blocking foul coming up against Patton. Patton picks up his 4th. He did start this game, but he hasn't played all that much. But he has 4 fouls, and here is Burton to the free throw line.
He's had a good game offensively. I believe he's got.
That one falls.
That one, I believe he has 11 points.
He does. Got 3 O'Fallon Panthers on the floor in double figures right now. Next one misses. Rebound belongs to Burton.
It's
Over to Wills. 1:45 left. Shelley finally comes out and challenges Wills, dumps it off in the corner to Algie. Algie gives to Riley. Riley backs his way up to the scorer's table as O'Fallon wants to chew up some time, and then they finally foul, and I believe that one's going to go against Phillips.
second.
To the free throw line will be Sean Riley II. He did not make a trip to the free throw line in the first half. And he did not make a trip to the free throw line in that entire game against Belleville East yesterday. Or when was that? Saturday?
Yeah.
I don't even know what days it is anymore. My wife said the same thing. She's like, what day is it?
Yeah.
It's Sunday. Oh, well, it was Saturday. No, today's Monday.
Yeah. We'll try to stretch the lead to 7.
Yeah, missed the first one and misses the second one as well. And there's Walker with the rebound. 90 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here comes Walker all the way down. No good, but there's Patton, excuse me, with the putback. And we'll have another timeout called on the floor. 51-47. O'Fallon with the lead. 1:24 left to play here in this fourth quarter, and we are back in just a moment on the Kahoks Sports Network. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune has now added Collinsville to their coverage area this year, including coverage of City Hall, happenings in Collinsville, as well as coverage of the Unit 10 schools and the Collinsville Kahawks, plus more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper that is published every Thursday and has been reporting news and sports in Madison County for over 30 years. Subscriptions are only $32 for an entire year, delivered to your home and the online edition. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at www.timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Troy Times-Tribune. 1 minute, 24 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. And here is Burton for O'Fallon bringing the ball up. And up over onto the right wing. He'll back up, and O'Fallon, they don't mind at all chewing up more time. Just helps their cause out. Right now they have a 4-point lead, do the Panthers. That ball's in the backcourt, and that's a backcourt violation, or are they going to call a foul against Cam Rowe? They're going to call a foul against Cam Rowe.
Rowe's sort of incredulous, sort of like, what? I didn't do anything.
Well, of course.
That's his fourth foul, so he's had a good game offensively. You don't want him to be the one to foul out.
At the free throw line is Amari Wills. Wills went 2 for 2 from the free throw line in the first half, and now he's 3 for 3. 5-point game. That would be 2 possessions. It'll stay that way no matter what happens on this shot, but Panthers are running out of time now as we have 1:05 left here in this fourth quarter. Here's Walker. His team down by 6. He'll drive, kick it out for Phillips. Phillips then drives, free throw line, kicks it off, and Patton has that stuffed out of bounds by Riley.
See, Riley, that's probably, I think, his second or third block of the game, and, well, Eisenhower will maintain possession, however.
There's Rowe, cuts across the free throw line, spots up for 3. It's short. He'll get his own rebound, kick it over to Phillips, who kicks it over to Walker for 3. That one misses the mark as well, and the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. All the way up to Riley. Riley in for the dunk, and that might just seal it as the O'Fallon Panthers take the lead 55-47. 30 seconds left. In the corner, Patton for 3. That misses the mark. And the rebound is out of bounds, and it will belong to the O'Fallon Panthers.
And that should just about do it, barring...
Riley put an exclamation point on it down there, I think.
And they're just going to dump it into Algie, and it looks like... No.
Foul by Walker will send Blakemore to the line with 21.7 seconds left.
Not... Well, I mean, crazier things have happened, but provided... Blakemore can make these free throws, that should be just about everything for the 7th place game.
Well, it's an 8-point lead right now. And it stays an 8-point lead for now. Basically, Eisenhower would need 3 3-pointers to win it with 21.7 seconds left.
And as I said, crazier things have happened, but...
And Blakemore
Not very likely.
couldn't hit either one of his free throws. Here is Phillips behind the back dribble, and he gives to Walker a reverse layup. That's good. And it's a 6-point game with 10 seconds left as Blakemore throws it in for Amari Wills, and Patton will foul out of this game. 6 seconds left. Amari Wills will head to the free throw line. He's a perfect 4 for 4 in this game from the free throw line. So
That should be.
if he keeps that up, 6-point game is a 2-possession game. He hits one of these, and this is over.
Should be just about everything. Let's see, Ratliff, re-entered for Eisenhower.
Jaquan Ratliff checks back in. Amari Wills to the free throw line, trying to ice this one, and that one circles all the way around, almost came right back to him. A boomerang shot.
A little bit of the old announcer's jinx a little bit.
Yeah, it's happened a few times here in this tournament already. If you believe in that kind of stuff. That one does the same thing. That was almost like a replay. Here is Phillips with 2 seconds left. O'Fallon will just let him come on down and get the fingertip roll, and it ends up being another close one as O'Fallon. All of their games decided by 5 points or less. This one right along with them as the Panthers win. It's a battle of both the Panthers. You know what? It took me the whole game to just now realize that. That's what lack of sleep will do to you. 55-51 in favor of the O'Fallon Panthers. And that's going to do it for this game. Congratulations to O'Fallon. They pick up the 7th place trophy. And we'll take a break here, and the battle for the 5th place trophy will come your way next. It'll be Belleville East taking on Madison, and that'll be coming your way here in just a few minutes on the Kahoks Sports Network.